all weekend because she loves to do that. So what's next? Are we going to see a world champion, a four-way world champion coming out of Skydive Miami anytime soon? Is that going to happen?
Why not?
Why never
I
know.
know, right? We have Trevor. He's very eager to
right
go
there,
for it.
exactly,
Yeah, we have some
exactly,
here.
yeah. Yeah. Basically, back in 1998, myself and the Godwin family, we decided to come down here to South Florida and start an operation like this that was very modern in nature. We had access to the Grand Caravan, which they'd never had down here in South Florida before. So myself and the Godwin family put together a very strong team, and with our resources, we've been running this operation down here for a good 14 years now.
14 years. And Fred, you also have your own athletic history. Tell us about equanimity. You moved from South Africa to that's quite a career.
I've been jumping a while now. It's probably 26 years. Started back in the mid '80s in South Africa. I got attracted into four-way competition. Literally, by the time I had 50 or 60 jumps, I was involved in a four-way team back then. And I've just always loved four-way. Just the the dynamic nature of four-way was just the best for me. So I had that as a very early foundation. I had good mentors. I was very, very lucky to be in a group of people that were hardcore competitors. Also instruction. I mean, I got into instruction probably back in 1988, just doing static line dispatching. Became an AFF instructor, and in 1991 decided with 3 other people in South Africa to head across to Spain. And we ended up in Imperia Brava in 1991, and that's when I really had my eyes opened as to how big skydiving was worldwide. And at that point, I made a decision to drop my electronics background and become full-time skydiver.
Fast forward to 97. Fast forward to 97.
97, between 92 and end of 92 and 97, we had the most fantastic four-way team, Equanimity.
Famous names.
Yeah, with Solly and Gary and Robbie and myself. We had an amazing time. We came from nowhere with Solly's great leadership. We placed 13th in 93, 5th in 95 in Gap, and 3rd place bronze in 97 in Turkey. And
bronze medal.
It was a fantastic experience for me. It really was, yeah.
That a lot of people still remember. And then afterwards began the business career. Pam, you also have a very competitive background, but not only that, your husband Guy Manos was a world champion in 1985. You were also you're also famous actually in the movie business. Tell us which kind of movies and roles have you played?
I've played Drop Zone. We did Congo and Cutaway, and the latest has been Get Smart. Numerous TV commercials, and and I've been actually my mom and dad. I was doing demonstration jumps when I was 16. As soon as I got my C license, at the time, and I was just jumping a square, because I had round jumps, and so my dad was always, because they ran a Drop Zone, it was always growing new puppies, I like to call them, and those puppies would become instructors, videographers, they would become competitors, they would become pilots. So it was a great environment, and it was just like generation after generation of people that went through our program, and they were truly our family. And to see them 20 years later still at our place, that's the greatest, and how many people they taught. So I just really love that aspect of it. It's my favorite. I love the energy of someone new, because that's how I feel about the sport. It's so exciting, and I just love to fly. and so I like competition. I've been doing big ways throughout my career also, and I'm really loving 4-way and 8-way, and I love it all. That's the problem.
And you have moved the same attitude into this business here, because there is something very special here actually at Skydive Miami that catches my attention at least, and that is a very, very healthy combination between the business, which is a very intensive and good, successful tandem operation, student operation, but also you are supporting your upjumpers, your new talent, and the forward teams very well. How does it work? It doesn't work at other places. I see some drop zones are throwing the fun jumpers off the off the drop zone.
Well, I think what it is too, it's people come off a license, and it's the poor lone guy that maybe no one jumps with, so maybe he starts free flying, which is great. But as far as belly, I think it's easier to put groups together in belly, small groups, of course. And I think that that really helps if they're part of something and they share that. And that they just jumping's all part of it. Bye, guys. That you come out and you're part of something, and you're excited about seeing your new friends, and you share this, because it is skydiving. We're jumping off airplanes.
And on the business side, we really need each other. The upjumpers need the students really bad for continuity. And vice versa. Everybody needs each other. We run a turbine caravan. It holds 15 places. I've got to have at least 10 slots occupied at any one time in that airplane. And you can't do it on tandems alone. It just doesn't work. We'd have to go back to a 182 operation. Nobody wants to do that. So we rely very strongly on the experienced jumpers. And just from yours, I love instruction. I really do. There's nothing better. Some of my best days, honestly, when I go home and I've helped somebody achieve something in skydiving, whether it's falling stable, holding, heading, doing a turn, it doesn't matter. And those are your best days. So for me, the folks that are up and coming, I don't want to see one person just making one tandem. We try everything we can to get them back for a second time, turn those folks onto AFF, help them get their license. We send them emails to bring them back, all kinds of little things. when they finally get their license, Pam most likely will take over with them, and Pam will then take them to that next level. Because if nobody has somebody helping them between that A license and that B license or that C license, they might choose something else. They might move into scuba diving, who knows what. There's so many other things they could be doing, especially here in South Florida. There's so much to do. We're very lucky with the weather. So you've got to get those folks when they get those licenses, and that's why I like what you do so much as well. When those guys see those teams out there, they come to me. Like tomorrow I'll have a lot of people just asking me questions about what was that all about.
Well,
and I'm going to tell them that that's the future. That's where you can be in 50 jumps, 60 jumps. You can be part of that. Let's start right now. That's where we want to get you.
And we'll still be here tomorrow. And we added the Sunday this year to the Florida League events. And then if they're still here on Monday or Tuesday, then Pam takes them all again because she loves to do that. So what's next? Are we going to see a world champion, a four-way world champion coming out of Skydive Miami anytime soon? Is that going to happen?
Why not?
Why never
not?
know.
No, we have Trevor. He's very eager to
one
go
right
for
there,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, we have
Exactly.
some here.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much. We are really the four-way community and the skydiving would appreciate your support and the way you're bringing them up. Thanks. Keep doing that.
And thank you, Kurt, for NSL. Really, it's great. Thank you.
Thanks, Kurt.
Thank you.
And let Jane finish. Okay, you can see how your piece has a bit of a part in walking towards the top of the screen
Okay.
at the finish part. Yeah. To be all my comments on round 1. Looking at round 2. BG4, I started making some comments on Phil at the back here on the random work and on the staging of the piece. Except didn't turn as much downhill as it felt like